The evolution of the seat pack has been especially important with the growth of dropper posts, and we've seen some really good options come to market over the last few years. But the main problem with most of these bags is the capacity. Most of them are smaller due to the fact that when you compress the dropper post, it takes away seat pack space and oftentimes eliminates clearance altogether, depending on the bike, exposed seat post, and of course the rider height. The other piece to the puzzle is convenience. Another trend that we've seen over the last few years is the harness system or quick release system for ease of packing and unpacking your seat pack. However, I have yet to find the perfect system, one that is stable, super fast to take off and on your bike, as well as pack the same amount of gear as, say, a standard seat pack can. But the Ortlieb Seat-Pack QR may have just solved this puzzle. Let's get into it. This video is supported in part by Terraval tires. Like many cycling brands, there's a passionate group of cyclists behind Terraval. Their tires are designed and inspired by the routes and terrain they've ridden. That's why you may have noticed their tires are named after regions and distinct terrain and even specific trails in some cases. So to learn more about Terraval's development process and a bit more about their tire models and construction, you can check out this card right here, which is an interview with Terraval's product manager and industrial designer. And I also have a link provided below. So the Ortlieb Seat-Pack, right here. It only comes in one size. This is a 13-liter bag. And while it is super long and rather wide, it does pack down, as you see, pretty nicely. However, this bag is not light by any stretch, coming in at 625 grams. Like all Ortlieb seat packs, so long as the roll top closure is closed about 4 or 3 times, the bag is 100% waterproof. The bag offers some useful features, including an air escape valve to help take unwanted air out of the bag to reduce packing volume, bungees that are attached to the top here for, say, some tortillas or anything that you can find at a convenience store. And on the back here, you have some 3M reflective tape, as well as daisy chains so that you can hold any safety lights. So the bag comes with a really unique quick release seat lock mounting system that hooks around each one of the saddle rails. This system comes with an adjustable plate so that it can fit a wide variety of seat positions and configurations. What I do is loosen up these 4 bolts on the plate here, then I install the quick release system on the seat rails to figure out where the plate needs to be positioned. I remove the bag, tighten down the 4 bolts, as it is really challenging to actually do so while it's installed. And they also come with some markers on the plate here, which is really easy to make sure that the plate is lined up evenly. After reinstalling the bag, you will compress these side webbing straps, which will lock the system to the seat rails. Then all you need to do is attach the Velcro strap around the seat post. The bag also comes with a locking ring for compatibility with dropper post stanchions of the 25, 26, and yes, even 22 millimeter varieties. This was something that was not available on the market until now. The lock ring uses shims to work with those 25 and 22 millimeter stanchion diameters and cinches down with 2 bolts on the side of the locking ring. Once you tighten it down, it stays in place rather nicely, and this helps protect the dropper seal at the bottom as well as the stanchion from that Velcro strap. But it also allows you to adjust the amount of dropper travel so that you don't bottom out the seat pack on your rear wheel. No matter what, the clamp takes up roughly 40 or 35 millimeters of dropper travel, depending on if you're using the shims or not. So that is much more than, say, the Wolf Tooth Valet. So whatever post you are using, once you install the bag back on your seat post and your seat rails, there are 4 compression straps on the sides, 2 on each side, and this will help lock and secure the bag in place, but it also helps increase clearance between the bag, the bottom of the bag, and that rear tire. Although if there is any rubbing, Ortlieb installed this plastic stiffener on the back, which will definitely help prevent any bag damage. And one note about the side straps, they come with these little finger loops which allow you to get a little bit more leverage to pull on them, which I have found to be super useful, especially when the clearance is tight. And I found that even when you're riding, they're super easy to reach back and tug up on. So speaking of compatibility, I tested the Ortlieb Seat-Pack QR on a variety of systems: a normal seat post, a Cane Creek EE Silk seat post, and of course, multiple dropper posts. While it worked great on the normal post and dropper post, it also worked really well on the EE Silk suspension post. And while it's certainly not necessarily designed for that, it works. Maybe one concern I do have with this bag is it has the weight capacity rating of 8.8 pounds, which could definitely put premature stress on a dropper post, especially these tiny little dropper posts. And some dropper posts probably won't work with that much weight in a seat pack. I tested this Kind Shock dropper post and it would not lift up with, I think this is probably 5 pounds, let alone 8.8 pounds. As I mentioned, this bag is large, but it also has a rather unique shape. It has a narrow and rather shallow nose of the bag that widens quickly at the back. And this means that you really need to stuff the bag well towards the nose to make the best use of that space. While it might take a little bit more effort, this shape again is to help increase clearance between your tire and the bag. The other thing I noticed is if you do indeed pack this bag really full, you will have a lot of weight pretty far off the back end, which will certainly make the bike feel a little bit more top heavy. If I was to use one word to define this bag, it would be stable. Between the quick release seat lock mounting system and an internal stabilizing plate, this bag has very little side to side or up and down movement. And because of this, it feels very one with the bike. One annoyance though I did find was that the bag does come with a consistent noise or a little clanking. And this is from the molded part of the clamp vibrating against either the seat post or the dropper post locking ring. But the beauty of this bag is when you get to camp, there's no need to unpack the bag while it's on your bike. All you have to do is loosen up these side compression straps, undo the Velcro strap here, and it's off the bike. Overall, Ortlieb really thought of everything here, from the seat post compatibility to its clearance, the quick release mounting plate and stabilizer, all the way to the finger loops and even webbing strap holders. While it's not a light bag, and I certainly wish there was maybe a smaller option out there, it's as close to a universal seat pack that I've tested. I've been really impressed with Ortlieb's offerings over the last few years with the Ortlieb Fork Pack and now the Ortlieb Seat-Pack QR. But what do you all think? What do you think about the Ortlieb Seat-Pack QR? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, pedal further.